It was midnight. All the houses in the village had gone dark long ago. The village was called Hemnagar. Beside it stood a dense sal forest, and deep within the trees stood a century-old mansion once owned by a zamindar. Since childhood, villagers had heard terrifying tales about it. Some said the zamindar's daughter had taken her own life there. Others whispered that secret rooms hid the bodies of people murdered long ago. Whatever the truth, one thing was certain. No one went near the mansion after sunset. But Rahat was different. He had come from the city for vacation and never believed in ghosts. To him, all these stories were childish myths. After dinner that night, he said to his cousin Jubair, "Let's go see the old mansion." Jubair shivered. "Are you insane? At night? People say whoever goes there never comes back." Rahat laughed. "Superstitions. I'm going." Jubair didn't try to stop him anymore, but he refused to go. So Rahat set off alone, armed with nothing but the flashlight on his phone. The winter night was cold and thick with fog, like a ghostly blanket over the world. As Rahat passed the first row of trees, he realized the silence was unnatural. The wind blew, yet the leaves didn't rustle, almost as if the trees were dead. Suddenly, a twig snapped under his foot. He stopped. He felt someone walking behind him. He turned. No one. He took a few more steps. There it was again, this time closer. Something moved in the bushes. Rahat pointed the flashlight. Nothing. Just fog swirling in the cold air. But as he turned away, he felt warm breath whisper past his ear. By the time he reached the mansion, the fog had grown even heavier. The structure stood like a rotting giant, broken yet strangely alive. The main gate was slightly open. When Rahat pushed it, it creaked loudly, as if warning him not to enter. Inside was darkness, so thick that even his flashlight seemed swallowed by it. A strange odor hung in the air, something like trapped, ancient dampness. The walls were cracked, cobwebs everywhere. But what startled Rahat was a light. On the upper floor, one window glowed faintly with a bluish hue. No one lives here, he thought. Then where is that light coming from? He headed for the staircase. Each step groaned under his weight, dust rising like smoke. Still, he climbed. At the top, he saw a room glowing with that eerie blue light. The door was half open. Rahat pushed it gently. His blood turned to ice. In the center of the room sat a girl. She wore a white sari, long hair covering her face. She was gently swaying, as if unaware of her own movement. Her hair fluttered, even though there was no wind. Rahat swallowed hard but managed to say, "Who are you?" The girl stopped swaying. Slowly, painfully slowly, she lifted her head. Her eyes were unnatural, deep, black, empty, hollow sockets staring into him. "I knew. You would come," she said. Her voice sounded like it came from inside the walls. Rahat tried to step back, but his body wouldn't obey. The girl rose to her feet. Her toes didn't touch the ground. She hovered, floating toward him inch by inch. "No, I came by mistake. Rahat's voice cracked, but before he could finish, the girl placed an invisible, icy hand on his throat. "No one leaves this house," she whispered, her voice now layered, like many voices speaking through one. "Did you hear my crying? I've been calling for so long." Suddenly, Rahat broke free. He ran, down the stairs, through the hallway, toward the exit. But the door was gone. The entire layout of the house had changed. Rooms had shifted. Walls had moved. The mansion was trapping him. Gasping, he ran down a corridor. Behind him, he heard footsteps, fast wooden footsteps chasing him. Something was running after him. He pushed open a door and slammed it shut. Something banged from the other side. The room was pitch dark, but there was something in the corner. A moment later, the room lit up, on its own, not by Rahat's flashlight. In the corner stood several figures, tattered clothing, twisted faces, empty sockets. They had no eyes, yet they stared straight at him. In the center of the room was an old table. On it lay a diary. As if controlled by an unseen force, Rahat walked to it and opened it. Inside, written in trembling handwriting, "Whoever enters this mansion never returns. The spirit of the Zamindar's daughter claims them. To fill her emptiness, a new soul is taken each time." Rahat's heart pounded. Before he could turn the page, the table shook. The shadows began to move toward him. He bolted for the door. This time it opened. He dashed down the stairs, out the gate, and into the forest. Behind him, he heard footsteps, whispers, laughter, cries, all blended into one monstrous sound. But the moment he reached the first tree of the forest,